You never believe a single reckless decision can rewrite the entire map of your life, until the day it does. This story is a brutal reminder that the tiniest cracks can split the strongest foundations. I kissed him back. That's the part that won't stop replaying. Not the way he leaned in, because that happened fast, almost confusingly. No, it's the way I let myself answer the kiss. Just a few seconds. A moment so brief it should have disappeared. But instead, it detonated my marriage, my career, and every belief I had about loyalty. It all began during the company retreat. 3 days in Aspen, corporate-funded team building, meant to inspire unity and tighten cross-department connections. I was a marketing lead at a small tech company, and truthfully, I didn't even want to attend. I hated these events. Forced banter, plastic smiles, CEOs pretending they knew your name. But Jonah, my husband, told me to go. You deserve a break, he said. And it'll look good if you show up. I should have stayed home. Everything felt off from moment one. The weather was strangely warm for February. My suitcase got delayed. I ended up sharing a room with Melissa from finance, who snored so loudly it rattled the windows. I was drained, annoyed, and fully prepared to survive the weekend powered by caffeine and fake interest. Then there was Callum. He'd joined the company recently. Worked in analytics. Quiet, observant, almost distant. We'd exchanged polite small talk in meetings, nothing more. At the banquet on the second night, we ended up next to each other by chance. And he was surprisingly funny. Dry humor, sarcastic but never mean. We spent more time laughing than eating. He confessed he once wanted to be a jazz drummer. I admitted I hated my job more than I'd ever said aloud. It all felt harmless. Later, a group of us gathered around the fire pit. Someone passed around bottles of wine. Someone else put on music. The night dissolved into warmth and chatter and that strange retreat haze where real life feels far away. I don't know why I followed him when he stood up. He said he needed air. I was buzzed, exhausted, sick of pretending. We stepped into the trees behind the cabins. It wasn't romantic, just quiet and dim and still. Then he stopped, turned, and said, "I like you." I just needed to say it. I laughed awkwardly. "I'm married." "I know." And then he kissed me. And I, just for one stupid moment, kissed him back. It ended as quickly as it started. I pulled away. I remember whispering, "I can't," and walking off without looking behind me. I thought that would be the end of it. A moment of weakness swallowed by guilt. The next morning, I flew home, nauseated with shame but determined to bury it. I didn't tell Jonah. He met me at the airport with flowers. I cried the whole drive home and blamed it on altitude sickness. I avoided Callum at work completely. He avoided me too. I was grateful. Then, 2 weeks later, an anonymous email arrived in Jonah's inbox. No message. Just a video. In the trees. Kissing. I don't know who recorded it. Maybe someone followed us. Maybe a camera caught it. Maybe someone hated me enough to watch and wait. None of that matters now. Jonah saw it while I was showering. When I came out, he was sitting on the bed, staring at his phone like it had detonated. "I saw it," he said quietly. My legs gave out. I tried to explain. Tried to insist it meant nothing. Tried to swear I didn't love Callum. Tried to promise I'd never make another mistake. He didn't shout. He didn't cry. He just shook his head slowly. "You kissed him like you meant it." He moved out the next day. Everything collapsed after that. Domino style. Apparently, the board was informed, because Jonah sent the video to them. HR called us both in. Kissing a coworker during a company retreat? Against policy. Even off hours. Callum was fired. I was fired. Whispers followed me everywhere. The married woman who hooked up with the new guy. People who once hugged me in the hallway looked away. Melissa wouldn't even say hello. My parents were heartbroken. They adored Jonah. My mother sobbed and asked, "Why would you throw away a man like that over nothing?" I didn't have anything to say. Months passed. I lived in a tiny apartment that smelled like damp carpet. Ate cup noodles. Let the days blur. Then Jonah reached out. 6 months after everything fell apart, he wanted to talk. I went, of course I did. Hope does stupid things to a person. We met at the cafe we used to visit on lazy Sundays. He looked thinner. Older. Beautiful in the way only someone you've loved can look. "I'm seeing someone," he said. But I needed closure. I nodded, throat tight. "I never stopped loving you." He smiled, but there was no kindness in it. "I just wanted you to know," he said quietly. "You broke something I can't fix." Then he left. I sat there alone for 2 hours. It was one kiss. One foolish, fleeting kiss. But it stole an entire life from me. Isn't it terrifying? How a moment you think will stay hidden can burn everything you've ever cared about to the ground.